Join us for this week's One Man's Dreamboat segment with Florida Sportsman Boating editor George Labonte as we feature anglers who have already launched their dream. Florida Sportsman began these features 30 years ago, and the dreams just keep getting better.
Today we're going to check in with Kent Hughes. Kent's got a 30-foot Dorado that he's owned since new. About 15 years ago he bought this boat, and it was a diesel with an outdrive inboard boat. Times have changed, years have rolled by, and thousands of hours later on the engine, Kent decided it was time for a new boat. Rather than buy a new boat, he came up with the idea of totally refitting this boat and turning it into an outboard boat to suit the needs of what he really likes to do on the water today. Looks like a great project. I'm really excited to see how the boat looks. All right, Kent, well, I'm glad to be on the boat with you here finally. I've actually been admiring this boat from the distance for a long time. I mean, I've been in Stewart a lot and seeing this boat on the water everywhere. I've been really excited to see, what you got here. I mean, this is a very unique boat. I know you've had this boat for a long time. Tell me about a little bit of the backstory on the boat.
Well, we saw one, probably 1998, somewhere in there, and then we really liked it. I saw it, diesel motor, outdrive, kind of scared me a little bit, but right. Just the layout of the boat for around here, offshore, and going to the Bahamas was just perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing, I had a tower, gunnel mounted before, so the whole thing was pretty much covered with shade. And traveling wise, it was just awesome. 3.5 miles.
You did a lot of Bahama fishing back then too,
yeah,
right?
I bought it on a Tuesday, and we left on Thursday for 2 weeks for the Bahamas.
No shakedown cruise, huh?
No, I had 2 hours.
Oh,
so we
man.
put it in the water. Wednesday, I put all the electronics on it, and yeah, we left Thursday for 2 weeks. And yeah, we put 4,600 hours on our old Volvo. So we used it. We're on the water. I mean, probably 3-4 times a week. So.
One of the types of fishing that Kent really enjoys doing on his boat is sight fishing for cobia. The weather looked a little bit questionable, but we decided to go out there and give it a shot anyways. While cobia fishing off of Stewart, Florida, it's really advantageous to have the height advantage for visibility. This tower got Kent way up there. He also built a platform on the bow for his wife to cast from, and she can see really well up there too. In addition to running the beach, one of the things that Kent and his wife really enjoy is fishing inshore for snook. The outboard is a real advantage for this. He's able to maneuver around the docks and get up into shallow water. The cobia weren't cooperating and the weather was a little dusty, so we went inside to look for some snook. After we wrapped up the fishing, I had a chance to sit down with Kent and his wife and go over some of the details on this build. Well, Kent, the weather really didn't cooperate for us here today, but I sure got a chance to see how your boat runs, and I 100% can see what you like about this boat. This thing has really proven to be a versatile boat.
Yeah, it's different. You can live bait, troll, a little bit of everything. Very easy to use, a lot of space, a lot of storage.
It really offers a lot. I know, as we said earlier, you like to cobia fish, you like to sight fish on the beach. I couldn't believe how shallow we were able to get. I mean, we went inside the sandbar, up in the trough, over a bar that was only about 2 feet of water on the ocean. You weren't going to do that on your diesel boat.
No, definitely not. But it's great because you have the jack plate, and I'd say you can get in 12 inches of water all day long with this
That's
boat.
Remarkable. Another thing that really blows me away is that this single 300 horse outboard pushes this thing like a scalded dog.
Really
It's unbelievable.
Good.
And the economy you're getting is great too. I bet you thought you were going to give a lot of that up getting rid of the diesel.
Yeah, because you see everybody else with a 30-foot boat and 1 or 2 motors, be it at a 150 or 200, and they're getting 1 mile, mile at a gallon. But I was very impressed when I was going 30 miles an hour and saw 2.6.
You're not kidding. I mean, this is a big deal, turning an inboard boat into an outboard boat. I mean, tell me a little bit about that process.
It really was. I mean, the design part of getting away from everything was, I didn't know where to go, so I called the Dorado people. He glassed in my transom. Me and my kids took out the old diesel, the old tower, and then I had my boys, and they just started pulling wires and cutting wires and snipping wires. We got everything stripped, and then you just kind of lay out everything, trying to get our weight back for where the diesel was. So we figured we'd put as much fuel as we could and move it a little bit forward to compensate for some of that weight, But yeah, we did everything. My kids did a lot, had a Marine Customs, helped me mount the porter bracket. I've never done that, mounted my motor.
So you just pick it apart one little thing at a time, and all of a sudden you're in your new boat. How long did the whole process take you?
It was about a year.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Now I know you like to do a lot of camping. We have the Dodger setup that you added to the boat, and we had it up all day because of all the rain around us. But you like to camp, go on the islands and spend the night. That really must come in handy for that.
It does. It helps a lot. We have it all screened in front and back so you can open it, keep the air moving, the bugs doesn't get stuffy, you know, it's very nice. You can also collapse everything too to make it a full bay boat. Everything, the sides come off, the backs come off, everything folds forward. Then you can walk from, you know, right up over the gunnels up to the bow. I mean, it's very easy to use. It has so much storage, so much space that you can stay 3, 4, 5 days without any trouble. Gas, you know, propane grill, everything. We have a big Ingle cooler up front that we fill with block ice, which then we put ice on top because you know how hard it is to get in the Bahamas, much more expensive, but we keep it up front out of the sun. It'll last 5 to 7 days, just still have ice.
You know what, one thing that we definitely have to address, and I haven't talked about it all afternoon here, is you got to tell me about the wrap on the boat here. It's pretty unique.
Yeah, one of my buddies sent me a picture and I was like, wow, that's different, you know? I like to be different, you know? And,
it's cool though, I like it.
My wife didn't want to be different for a couple months. You know, you see it on the computer, but until you see it,
yeah,
and it's just shining.
30 feet of
oh,
it.
Man,
What do they call that pattern?
It's just the rust wrap, but yeah, it's very, very unique.
After spending a little while on the boat with Kent and his wife, I really saw that he did a great job on this boat. His needs in a boat changed. He really wanted a boat that would do a lot of different things from when he originally bought the boat. Camping inside, being on the intracoastal, going in shallow, running the beach, offshore, Bahamas. He really built the boat to do all those things and did a great job with it.